It was a quiet Tuesday morning when everything changed. My name is Amanda Pierce. I'm 41 years old, a single mother living in a quiet suburb in Indiana with my 19-year-old son, Ethan. Life had been a steady rhythm since my divorce 5 years ago. Ethan was my world. He was the reason I smiled every day. Tall, respectful, with deep blue eyes that mirrored mine and a quiet strength that reminded me of his father, before things fell apart. We had grown closer in the years following the divorce. I was more than just his mom. I was his best friend, his confidant. I always believed there was nothing unusual about how close we were. We had dinners together, watched late-night movies, and shared long conversations about everything from college pressure to broken hearts. I told myself it was natural, beautiful, even how deeply we cared for each other. But then came the day that made me question everything. It started like any other morning. I was in the kitchen, hair up in a messy bun, wearing an oversized t-shirt and shorts, scrambling eggs while Ethan shuffled in, yawning. "Smells good," he said, brushing a kiss on my cheek like he always did. Smiled. "Got class today. Just one. Then I'm free. Want to do something later?" "Sure," I said, setting a plate in front of him. "Maybe a movie." We agreed like always. Ethan skipped out after breakfast while I cleaned the kitchen. I didn't know that day would spin in a direction that would shatter every line I thought was safe. That evening I changed into something a little nicer. A summer dress. I wasn't trying to impress anyone, but looking good always made me feel good. Ethan noticed the moment he walked in. "Wow, Mom. You look amazing." I laughed lightly. "It's just a dress." "It's not just a dress when you wear it." The words lingered more than they should have. I blinked at him. "That's sweet, honey." We settled into the living room, watching an old comedy while the summer breeze rolled in from the open windows. The light from the TV danced across his face, and I noticed how much he'd grown into a man. His features were sharp now, more defined. His voice deeper, more confident. Halfway through the movie, our hands brushed as we reached for popcorn. I didn't pull away quickly enough. Neither did he. We both laughed awkwardly, and I felt something, an unfamiliar electricity. Pushed it aside. I was his mother. But then he shifted closer. "Mom," he said softly, "can I ask you something?" "Of course. Do you ever feel lonely?" The question caught me off guard. "Sometimes," I admitted. "But it's okay. Have you?" "That's more than enough." He looked at me deeply, almost searching. "I feel lonely too, even surrounded by people." I reached out and took his hand, offering comfort. "You'll find your place. You're still so young." He held my hand tighter. "What if the person I need is already in my life?" I tried to pull away gently, feeling something shift in the room. Something thick and unspoken. "Ethan, I'm not saying anything wrong," he said quickly. "I just care about you. You're the one person who's always there. The only one who understands me." His words hit hard. I understood what he meant, but the lines were getting blurry, and I couldn't let that happen. "I'll always be here," I said, squeezing his hand. "But we have to remember who we are to each other." He nodded, embarrassed. "I know. I'm sorry." I offered a smile and leaned over to kiss his forehead. "It's okay. Just be careful with your words. Some things can't be unsaid." He left shortly after, mumbling about needing air. I stayed on the couch, staring at the empty popcorn bowl, my heart beating hard. That night sleep evaded me. I kept replaying his words, his tone, his expression. Was it just confusion? A moment of vulnerability? Or had something shifted between us without me noticing? The next morning, Ethan was distant. He didn't meet my eyes, barely spoke over breakfast. I let him be. Sometimes space is healing. Over the next few days, things remained tense. I tried acting normal, cooking, cleaning, checking in. But Ethan remained closed off, quiet. Until Friday night. I was in the laundry room folding clothes when he came in. His hair was damp from a shower, shirtless, a towel slung around his neck. "Can we talk?" he asked. I nodded slowly, feeling my throat tighten. I've been thinking about that night, he began. I crossed a line. I let my emotions get the best of me. I never meant to make you uncomfortable. I swallowed. It's okay. We were both emotional. It was a confusing moment. He stepped closer. But it made me realize something. I need to start building my own life. Finding my own place. Not relying on you so much. His voice cracked a little, and for a second, he looked like the little boy I once held in my arms. I'm proud of you, I said, blinking away tears. I want you to be independent. To find your own path. He looked at me with so much love. But this time it wasn't confusing. It was pure. Family. Respectful. 2 weeks later, Ethan found a shared apartment near campus. It broke my heart to help him move out, but I knew it was right. He needed his own space to grow, and I needed mine to breathe. The day he moved, we hugged for a long time. No words were needed. We both knew we'd come close to something we couldn't afford to cross. But we stepped back before it was too late. Over the months that followed, we rebuilt the bond with healthy boundaries. Ethan would visit on weekends, and we'd talk like we used to, but now there was a respectful distance. Looking back, I realized how easy it is for deep emotional connections to blur lines, especially in the intimacy of a small home, post-trauma, post-divorce. But it's not about pretending those feelings didn't exist. It's about recognizing them and choosing what's right. That day Ethan crossed a boundary. It changed everything, but not in the way I feared. It forced us to grow, to create space, to evolve. And in that space we found something stronger. Love, not confused, not misplaced, but honest, mature, and unconditional.